Listen, he works best in your mess. Woo! He works best in your mess. Best in your mess. What's up, guys? I'm so glad to be back with you today to make sure that we're giving you your daily encouragement, okay? I want to be able to be that friend, that sister, that cousin that makes sure that you are pressing to a new you, a better version of you, and seeing it come to pass. Listen, we're going to dive into it because, listen, I think I got a word, some encouragement, some motivation for you. Okay, and you need to get this. You need to eat this up. Okay? You need to eat this up because we going after it. Okay? Because we're not going to be sad. We're not going to be down. We're not going to be depressed. But we're going to live a happy, joyful life on purpose. On purpose. Yes, on purpose. So listen, girlfriend. Let's get right into it, okay? So today, I just wanted to come on and say, are you ready for this? Should it be a drum roll? Listen, what happens when God speaks elevation in the midst of chaos? Oh my God. Can I tell you that in the last 2 months, this resonates with my soul so much because the last 2 months, I have felt like I've been in a chaotic place. I feel like I've just been looking at towers that should have been what I thought my life should be or how it was going to be. And I'm looking at those towers fall. And I'm just like, what's going on? It is chaotic. But in the midst of everything feeling like it's falling or it's not going the way that I thought it should be or that I planned, in the midst of it, I could hear God saying, there's still more to you. Listen, it won't always be like this. I'm causing this stuff to tear down and not go this way because this is how I'm going to align you with my will. I'm aligning you with your destiny, with your purpose, with the things that you thought that was going to be for you. Those things are coming down. And I'm like, God, I'm supposed to still trust what you're saying? Where are you at? Where you at? Okay? Because it felt like me and the devil having a tussle. And I don't know if I'm going to win. Okay? I'm not going to win. So that's what it was feeling like. It was feeling like that. It felt like, man, I'm in this chaotic place by myself. But I've learned so much in this place and I've had peace and I've had stability in this place because it's like, okay, God, even though this is a chaotic place, I know that sometimes you have to start us over or you have to mold us and you have to equip us for the next level or for what we really are going to be doing with our lives and our purpose. So even when it felt like I wanted to give up or I wanted to give in, I found joy and peace in the fact that God said that this is what it's going to be. And listen, that's it. Period. Okay. So that's what it's gonna be. And that's all. So listen, sometimes we can be in a place where that's chaos or struggle where you may not be at a point where your bills are not paid. You may have lost your job, can't get in school, not seeing your YouTube channel grow, not seeing your business grow, not seeing the things that you've prayed for come to pass, or even the prophecies or the word that was spoken in your life. It may be in a place where it feels stagnant and it's not coming to pass for you. But all you know is that, God, I have this word that you put over my life. I have this mindset. I have the heart. I feel like you fully equipped me for it, for elevation, but I'm just in a chaotic place. But I've learned even in this place not to allow a temporary place to cause you to make a permanent stay. Ooh, can I tell you? That basically means do not get comfortable in the chaotic place. The chaotic place, the struggle place, it is only for a moment. It's not forever. It's not forever. So don't settle there and become content with oh, sometimes we get in a chaotic place, in a struggle place, and we want to have a pity party. Like, oh man, I'm never going to get out of this place. I'm stuck in this place. I might as well be comfortable and content. No, we don't have time for that. Even in a terrible place, you got to see forward. You got to see that, okay, God, there's a reason this is going on. There's a lesson in this. So line me up so I can actually get to the place that you need me to be. Sometimes we can be on our path, on our road to what we think is God's will, but really what we have imagined and built up for ourselves has only been blockages or obstacles that we've created in our own path, that God is saying, no, you thought this was the best way for you, but I got to tear this down so that you can actually get to your destiny, because your will and what you want is getting you to nowhere. It's getting you to a place where you're stuck and stagnant. So I'm going to have to do it my way. Y'all got that? Okay. So listen, you cannot get comfortable in that place. And not only that, I've been learning to find the hand of God in everything. Find the heavy hand of God in everything. Instead of getting upset, instead of getting mad with God, instead of doing all this, because listen, we have to remember that God does not think like we think. He is not going to have a human mindset like we do. So we may be like, God, why did you do this, and that, and the third? Sometimes God will take you all the way A to Z when your plan was just go to A to C. Man, he will take you A to Z when your plan was to only go to A to D. Okay? You wasn't trying to do all these steps. But sometimes God has to take you through the process to mold you. So find the hand of God and stuff. And I just want to give you an example of what that looks like. If you lost your job, right? And you miserable on that job. You're not happy on that job. You're struggling on that job. And God removes you from the job. But now our human mindset is to start thinking, how I'm going to pay my bills? How I'm going to do this? How I'm going to take care of myself? Instead of turning towards God and seeing, okay, God, where's your hand in this? What reason? Do you have another door for me? Have I been sitting on a dream that you wanted me to go ahead and release to the world? That's why you had to remove me to free up time. Like, you have to see the hand of God and see what God is doing. Some decisions that God makes for our life are not bad decisions. It's not God trying to harm you or punish you or make you feel like, that he doesn't love you. I can tell you that. Jeremiah 29:11, it says, for I know the plans I have for you. The plans, look, we done messed up that scripture, but we're going to get it right, okay? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Listen, God has plans for you. He knows your destiny. He knows your ending. He knows everything. So you may be saying, like, maybe it's not happening when you want it or how you wanted it, that it's not going to happen for you. No, God has the way that it's going to happen for you, and he has the way that he's going to cause it to come to pass. So just be encouraged. That is like the big thing that I've learned through this. And not only that, I've learned in this process that God is not intimidated by chaos. He's not intimidated by your chaos. Listen, he works best in your mess. Woo! He works best in your mess. Best in your mess. Listen, I'm telling you, he works best in your mess. He is not running because your life has a little upsy down to it. He's not going away. He's not leaving you by yourself because everything is so clouded for you right now. He's not doing that. He's not. I'm telling you right now, he is the only person that can turn your mess into a message. Ding. So listen, make sure you understand that, because sometimes when we are going through, it's like, oh, my life is such a mess. Listen, God is the perfect cleaner upper, okay? He's gonna clean that thing up so well to the point where you are able to empower somebody, encourage somebody, and say, listen, this is where I was at, but this is where I am now. And God was able to transform your whole life, even when it looked like nothing was gonna happen for you. I'm telling you, I had to learn the moments where we feel like God is the furthest away from us. Sometimes he's really the closest, but we have to pray. We have to tune in to know, like, God, you're really here. I may not understand what you're doing. I've got to a point where I've said, God, if you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. I just want your will. Line me up with your will. Because first of all, I don't got all the answers. So what do you want me to do? Because I'm going to do it. Okay, so that's just where I've been in life with God, and just asking myself, can you still trust God even when it's chaotic, even when it's not looking like what you thought it was supposed to look like? Like, sometimes we put age stamps on so much, like, I'm supposed to be married by this time, I'm supposed to be successful by this time, I'm supposed to have this by this time, and we're creating all of these things for ourselves, and when they don't happen, we're our biggest disappointment. We're really disappointed in ourselves when God is saying, it could be a different route I'm taking you, you know? So in this process, I really had to increase my faith and show up anyway. Increase my faith. Like, really, I know he give us a mustard seed, but after a while, that mustard seed got to grow into a tree of faith. Because we got to, listen, we got to believe it even when we can't see it. We have to see that God is going to bring us out of this. There is a way of escape for everything. There is a way out for everything. God always promises us that he will never leave us nor forsake us. Listen, he will always bring us out. He will always come and show up right on time. May not be when you want him to, but he's always on time, okay? Listen, he might not be on your time, but he's on time, okay? So just increasing your faith and knowing that faith without works is dead. I still got to show up. Even if it looks bad, I still got to press. I still got to push. Even if, just say you want to be a content creator, you may not be seeing the numbers, but God told you you're going to be a really big content creator and he's going to use your voice for around the world and all of this, but you're not seeing the numbers. Show up anyway. Faith without works is dead. You may be starting a business and you get one order a year. Show up anyway, because God is he's also in a place where he will put us in a place where, okay, I want to see what you're going to do. I want to see if you're going to really be consistent. I want to see if you're going to take this serious. I want to see if you're going to give this your all. If you're going to do all of the things necessary to push, show up anyway. Even when you don't see it, even when you don't feel like it, show up, show up, show up, okay? So in that as well, just showing up, sometimes it's hard. Mentally, you have to get yourself to a place where, oh my God, I gotta feel like this today. I don't feel like it, but I got to find a way to feel like it. Turn on your music, get you some music, do your dance, say a prayer, get in worship, whatever you have to do to get yourself to that place where I can push. Get yourself there. And also in this process, I've considered my ways. I considered, okay, God, am I being lazy, or am I being too content, or am I not willing enough? Do I give up at the sight of drama happening in my life, or chaotic things happening, or struggle happening? Do I just throw in the towel because I don't want to deal with it? I don't want to face it. But listen, we're all going to suffer persecution, but I can guarantee that God will always bring you out of it. He's going to always see you through. My pastor tells me all the time, a soul that cannot be tested cannot be trusted. Listen, you got to be tested. You got to go through some things. You're going to have to go through some things in order to see your next level. But guess what? It's only preparing you. It's not to harm you. It's preparing you for your next level. And listen, let me give you this nugget. Your faith is not your feelings. If it was your feelings, all the devil would have to do is hurt your feelings, and then you will lose your faith. Sometimes as humans, as people, we're emotional. Soon as something happens or don't go our way, we're emotional. So you cannot build your faith on the fact that, yeah, I feel good today. Yeah, God blessed me today. Because, okay, he blessed you today, but what if tomorrow comes with struggle? Your faith cannot be built on your emotions or how you feel. Your faith has to be built on the truth and knowing that the word of God stands no matter what. That the word of God is your meat, is your bread. That's what's going to keep you going, because our feelings can fail us. Our feelings can really put us in a place where we get in depression or because the first sight of something not going our way, we shut down. We don't want to deal with church. We don't want to deal with this. We don't want to pray. Listen, we have to make sure that we're building on a solid foundation, that we won't waver. We won't give up because things getting a little shaky. Okay, it's a little shaky right now, but don't give up. That's what I'm saying. So just in remembering that God is also watching your response. He's watching how you're reacting in this season. Can you really, really still give God your all, even though things are just coming down, just cradling down, because things look so bad, because it looks like you're running out of time. It looks like that bill, that light bill, or whatever it may be, that cable bill, or your rent, your car payment. It looks like you're getting ready to lose everything. Can you still trust him? Can your response still be yes to God? Can your response still say, God, no matter what happens, I trust you. No matter what happens, I know you're going to see me through this. Can that still be your response? Let me tell you, let me give you this. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Listen, you got to have faith even when you don't see it. Even when you don't see it, even when you don't know how it's going to work out, just know that it is going to work out. It is going to get better. And you are going to reach your destiny. You are going to reach your purpose. There's still more to you. There is not a time to give up. Once you think about quitting, go ahead and take that out of your mind. Quitting is not an option. We're not failures. You don't give up and you don't back down because you're going through something. Don't back down in this season. Still show up to the front line. Like, what? I'm here. I'm ready. Because guess what? I know God gonna see you through. Didn't he do it last year? Didn't he do it for the year before that? And the month before that? And the day before that? Listen, he's the same God that can do it. Don't forget who he is just because you're going through. I really hope this word has blessed you. It was just a quick little encouragement to tell you, listen, elevation is still your portion. Elevation is now for you. I don't care if your bank account is on 0. God is still saying elevation. I don't care if you're on your last, listen, you eating peeny weenies for dinner. Elevation is still your portion. I do not care if you're on work at a 9-to-5, struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. Elevation is still your portion. It won't always be like this. Sooner or later, God is getting ready to turn this around, and your mess will become your biggest message. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And guess what? We'll be tuning in for our listen. We're trying to get our daily words together, okay? Because I want you to be encouraged. I don't want you sad. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on your face, okay? And enjoy your day. Bye.